people of the world. Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. So, last time we were making our way further into more challenges here in the Sea of Clouds when little Lord Amanalan got captured by the Beast Tribe here in the Sea of Clouds, the Vanu. And so we had to go and rescue him. And thankfully we were able to escape thanks to the return of our good friend Sid Garland and his co-workers Biggs and Wedge. And so their airship is right behind us, as we can see. But yeah, this experience has certainly been quite scary for Sir Amanalan, so let's see if he has a mind to take on any more tasks. Let's speak with Lord Amanalan to take on the level 50 challenge entitled A Reward Long in Coming. Lord Amanalan appears to be rather pleased with himself. That's interesting. Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could have very well died, you know. Me! Dead! On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal, and that, old boy, is no small feat. I have made an historic discovery, a fact even Lady Lynette will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes, I am rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of our praise. Speaking of which, isn't it time we made our triumphant return? If you say so. Oh, actually, we're not all that far. Alright. Now, we're actually pretty much back where we started when we first arrived in the Sea of Clouds. So, very well. Alright, so, off to Lady Lynette again. And we'll see if she has to once again put up with the inflated ego of Lord Amanalan. And if that will actually result in her taking to any of the young lord's advances. We will soon find out on this, if that is indeed true. So time to return to the base over here at Camp Cloudtop and find Lady Lynette among this throng of humanity. Yeah, bats are still flying everywhere, birds are still wandering about. It's not safe around here. Alright, let's speak with Lady Lynette. And upon our return... Hey there, Onawa. Praise Halone, I feared the worst. What happened out there? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, if you must know, here's how it went down. A primal? Are you sure? Yet, now that I think on it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of the white whale of Vanu legend, a massive creature said to swim in the Sea of Clouds. From what I have learned of comparable summonings, the presence of the Vanu's god will certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior towards the people of Camp Cloudtop. You mean to say that they have fallen under the primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Arfinode. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Lynette? A little recognition for the hero of the hour, a few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on? Why, yes, you are right, of course. Master Griffin deserves all that and more for having risked his life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there's not else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. Ah, but of course, Master Griffin, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard. Sorry, my throat's not cooperating this morning. Pray return to Ishgard with Lord Horschiffon and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then. No more forays over enemy territory. Very well, I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Lynette. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. Wow. Yeah, I don't get it either. All's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing then. We can speak on the journey home. That's a good idea, if I do say so myself. Alright. And back on said Choco. And back to west. No, that's not... Oh no, we can actually speak to him in Ishgard, apparently. Or, but do we have to go to the airship landing anyway, though? I just want to check and make sure. Well, at least we'll get to see sunrise for the first time here at the Sea of Clouds. So that's a plus. But yeah, if I can warp directly to Ishgard and speak with him... Because, yeah, he said he would speak on the way to Ishgard, not actually in. So, seeing this on the task list is a bit confusing and a bit conflicting. Alright, time to head up to the airship. I have to admit, it's certainly a fun way to get up here. Alright, return to this part of the world. And now we can go ahead and confirm if it is what I thought it was. And during the break as well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do something to clear my throat. Because, yeah, we're standing on the airship, as it were, but there is no sign of Lord Hoshifon. So, I will meet you guys back in Coerthas, no, in Ishgard in a moment. Okay, and we have returned here to Ishgard, so let's speak with Lord Hoshifon and see what he has to say. I confess, I have always rather been fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement, I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is simply the joy of having cheated death yet again? In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Emmerich of all that has occurred. Emmanuel should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? I think that's a very good idea. And so, we will make the quick warp over because it looks like we can use Aethernet Shard to go over to the last vigil. And away we go. So back over this way. Speak with the gatekeep and let us in. Yes, you shall allow me in. Because I'll be very disappointed if you don't. Alright. So yeah, it looks like Artoriel's challenge is still very much available. Alright, well, since we are now back in the manor here, I guess a change back into dress uniform is expected. Lord Manalan? Yeah, he's definitely looking worse for wear. Oh gods, it's Sumathia. Oh gods, did he have to strike me so hard? The Elder, or was it someone else? Oh, Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop, how I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? No, it is not. Yeah. Oh, the shame of it all. Well, I guess he's done with me. And his friend Onawa is done as well. So, 48,000 experience points, 461 gil, plus choice of 3 different materia. I believe I will take a strength 4. Because it is best suited to a dragoon. Even though I have no intention of ever using this thing. Alright, that's one mandatory split path for main quest now completed. So, now that we've humbled Emmanuel, let's see how his older brother does. Will he fare any better wherever we're going? Let's find out. Let's speak to Lord Artoriel. By taking on the challenge entitled Over the Wall, Lord Artoriel is less than eager to brief you on his mission. I'll bet. Yeah, because this guy's a little more serious. But let us begin anew, Master Griffin. I'm Sir Artoriel de Fulton, eldest son of Count Edmont de Fulton. You will forgive me my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect, I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Porchefort has spoken of you often. If you are even half the man he claims, I should be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then. We will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of Houses Durandare and Zamel. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye, well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must needs secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables in Foundation. Alright. And that we shall do. So this is going to take me to another uncharted land, or are we actually going to be going somewhere that is within Coerthas? Well, we'll find out soon enough, won't we? But before I do anything else, I want to repair my dragoon armor, if nothing else. So I want to go back to... Okay, yeah, I want to go back to the Jeweled Crozier. Because I wanted to see where I can go to get my self repaired. That's a person on my friends list? I'm guessing this is a person who changed their name because they also became an Aura too. But yeah, I have no idea who that is. Armsmender, you're the person I'm looking for. Neil, is it? Well, pleased to meet your acquaintance. I will take a repair on my gear, please. And while we're here, we might as well see what else they have. How is their gear comparable to other things that we've found? Okay, so all the stuff that I'm currently obtaining as we speak is pretty much everything that is the high-quality version of what we see here. And so, it is certainly very expensive, no question about that. So we have that to look forward to. As far as weapons are concerned, the Mithrite Trident is actually weaker than what I currently have, so it's not something I'm going to need to use. But for those who have made it this far without needing level 115 gear or higher, at least we know that we can... those who have reached this point and not gotten it know where to go to get this stuff. Alright, so now that we've taken care of that necessity, let us go elsewhere. So, I want to go over to the Aetheryte Plaza just to see where the Chocobo stables are based. Just to get an idea of where it is we're going to be going into. Right. Well, it's actually not that far from where we currently are. And it's actually closest to the Sky Steel Manufactory. So let's just take the quick warp over there. Back to St. Renet Forum. Make a quick run down. Yeah, I want you to run a little bit. Show some enthusiasm. So anyway, we want to speak with the Chocobo Keep, apparently. Greetings, Master Griffin. I've saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands, as per Lord Autoriel's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat. As I dare say you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, but be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Alright, off to Falcon's Nest. So, did they change the music from before? I want to know. Because there was a specific music that you got for riding a chocobo obtained from a chocobo keep. I want to see if that's different. But in the meantime, we still get to listen to the awesome music of Ishgard, with pipe organ and full orchestra in tow. Okay, no, we're not even doing anything like that. We're just getting our first taste of the Coerthas Western Highlands, is all that's going on. And I think we may have even found the town of Ferndale, where Stenien once lived. But yeah,
to the
looks like
frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity.
yeah, there are people
Beyond
suffering here
the
too.
towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim.
Well, it certainly seems they're working hard. And why does that
To the
Aether pistol
hamlet
look
of
like it's been cut in
Falcon's
half?
Nest, once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, he came.
Well, let's hope we can do well in this place. Hey, look who's here! Sakura's here! Let me see if I can highlight her. And offer a bow, as it were. Because, yeah, I know how much she misses Edie. But we'll get an opportunity to take the opportunity to spend a little more time with Sakura as we go along. I'm quite sure of it. But first things first, we have an Aetherite shard to attune to. So, now that we've taken care of that, back over the way we came. So, what all will we find here at Falcon's Nest, here in the Coerthas Western Highlands? Let's speak with Artoriel and find out. The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. Alright, it looks like he's dressed for battle, so let's not keep the young lord waiting. Let's speak with Sir Redwald to complete the current challenge. If we can find the guy. Yes, throng of humanity and all that. It has been far, far too long, Lord Artoriel. And who might your companion be? Well, you've been left in the dark. Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Matthias Griffin, Ward of House Falcon. And Asia Dragoon. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Drummond spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Dorandare, do bid welcome you to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Master Griffin is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale for his benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers. Then came the calamity. When it became clear that snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlements and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics, Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Yeah, we have crossed paths with the lady before, back in Realm Reborn. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlets will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection, and the assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. I believe we can do that. As promised, we of House Falcon are at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You need but tell us where to begin. And so was that. The experience of the Galar Mine. So, what will our first protection effort be? Let's speak with Sir Redwald and find out, with a level 50 challenge entitled Work in Progress. Sir Redwald would have you assist the craftsmen rebuilding the fortification of Falcon's Nest. Several craftsmen in service to House Samel are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Rolf, their foreman, has tells me he has need of a man with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? I believe I can do that. Doesn't look like I'll have to go far to speak to the man. Alright, so we also have young lady Orion here, who may have a quest for us. Yeah, I believe I walked past the man I was supposed to speak to. Well, it didn't help when we didn't see his icon right out of the gate. Where are you, sir? You're a hard man to find. Yeah, you have to be somewhere within the third circle. Here you are. Yeah, here's Roth. Yes, I'm Rolf. And who might you be? Well, if you must know, I come here on behalf of House Wotan. Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I have the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over one of them Black Beds, same as you, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. But fury, take me this ice. It's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you, mark my words. There's pockets of them here and there, just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Stay and watch it is. And 3 spots, all within close proximity to the Aetherite. Wow, I don't know what's going on with my throat today, but I don't like it. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, here's where we're going. And hey, we found a friend of mine, well actually, someone who took the ceremony of eternal bonding with a friend of mine. Yeah, we have 2 icicle sprites to defeat. So let's go ahead and start pounding them. Let's start cracking these crystals. Get him out of my life. Get him out of the builder's lives. Now, I bring the fire. What do you bring? I shall hurt you very convincingly. Right, that's the first threat neutralized. Now the next 2 are actually close by to where Rolf was. Alright, so are they hiding back down here maybe? No. Not one hiding down here. So it's obviously gotta be up top. Where would we find it? Right over here. Yeah, sometimes it just helps if you see a person who's actually engaged with an icicle sprite themselves. And then that'll tell you what you're gonna be looking for. Here we go. Next battle. Into the skies with you. Crush you like you crushed so many before. And now it's your turn. Beat you up and hurt you real bad. Slash and stab and poke and whatnot. It's 2 threats neutralized. Where shall we go now? Well, it actually looks like the next area is going to be right where we found Artoriel. Or close to it. It looks like a lot of people are going indoors. Maybe they know something I don't. No, they don't. Well then, looks like we have to go elsewhere to find the solution to this problem. Ah, perfect. This time looks like it's a triple threat. So let's neutralize this triple threat here as we stand alongside Rowan. In the air! Crash! Crash, bang, boom. Down you go. You're out. And your friend is soon to follow. Boom, you're dead. Your turn. Your turn. And boom, you're dead. And with that, everything is taken care of. Alright, I love it. So, let's go back over to Roth and complete this particular challenge. Yeah, because it doesn't look like he has much of an audience right now. Ha! Now there's a man what looks like he's found his marks. You're just the sort we need around here. The kind that'll hop to when he sees a task undone. And so, let's go ahead and see what type of armor we can take here. Well, obviously we're taking for Lancer and Dragoon. So Roth has another challenge for us, so let's go ahead and take it. Entitled, The First and Foremost. Good help is hard to find. A sad truth that Roth knows well. You're a dab hand at warcraft, I can tell. Not that I've any skeleton arms to speak of, mind. But it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you to myself when there are others out there what need help, same as me. So if you're keen on to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the Pike, the bloody huge statue out in the wastes, if you've never been. Mason by the name of Tiamon is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Tiamon, but I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. I believe we can do that. North we go, as soon as we can find our way out of Falcon's nest. So we'll leave the nest and explore new surroundings here in the Western Highlands for the first time. Jump over, and go. Rivers meet, huh? Well, I see the river, but is this necessarily where it meets? Impressive footing you have there, my chocobo, running on ice like that. No ifs, ands, or buts, huh? Let's make a run for it. Running down the eastern edge of the Western Highlands. Yeah, we can see how towering and massive these structures are. They are certainly impressive, so now it looks like we can start going directly to the east. So here's the statue he was speaking of. And once you know it, it's actually modeled as a dragoon. Truly, I am honored to be standing at this statue. In fact, to show my proper respect, I should probably be wearing my helmet. Just to afford the proper respect, as we go ahead and speak with Tiamon. Sir? Hail to you, traveler. What brings you out this way? Fulman Roth bid you assist me. Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I've just the thing for it. Rather, those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. Well, we did see a few of them running by, so what do you say we pick a fight with some of them? Yeah, where do you think you're going? The only place you're going is right into the receiving end of my lance. And nothing else. You shall be doing nothing else other than little deep eye. In fact, I should get credit for attacking one of these guys. It looks like we can all work together for the same goal. Credited? Yes. That's awesome. Get in on a fight, do enough damage. Okay, was not credited for that one. So I guess I'll have to find another one for myself. Yeah, I guess you have to do enough damage to it in order to be credited or to receive the content. So let's go do this. Round the life out of this sucker. Oh, I don't think you will be hitting past me today. No way. I do not think so. In fact, I know so that I think so. Showing you off my awesome dragoon moves. Optical intrusion, huh? Not on my watch. Oh, I even got deep eye tears. Okay, so that's the first of many unique items that I'm going to find, I'm quite certain, during my time in Heavensward. Alright, Master Tiamon. There you are. Have you the bristles? Oh, yes, I do. Ah, feel how coarse that is. That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from this statue. Beautiful, isn't it? The spitting image of Haldroth, first of the Age of Dragoons, and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. Well, for that I do feel truly honored to have done this task. A symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragonfire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this desecration of our nation's hero. Soon this statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard, and the conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian, I could ask for no greater honor. And to help with the restoration of a statue of the Nature Dragoon, I could ask for no greater honor. So let's get ourselves a rainbow robe of casting for my Black Mage. And we'll move on to our next challenge, entitled From On High. Before you return to Falcon's Nest, Tiamon has a favor to ask. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sir Isaldur, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. Anyway, while you were away, she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, friend. Of course. It is an honor to help someone who's restoring the statue of a dragoon. Alright, west we go! Yeah, it looks like a bunch of people are going to the west right now. So I'm gonna come along for the ride. Let's see what else we can find here. A Steinbach, huh? Yeah, that looks like an antelope. Or an elk or deer. Whatever, just like in Last of Us, let's just call it Bambi and leave it at that. Alright, so it looks like getting access to this area may not be so easy. Because it looks like Paco certainly had a bit of a trouble with it. Alright, can I get myself up here? Oh, maybe not. Alright. Yeah, this will be a bit of a trick to try and find my way up to the top of this place. I mean, I hope I don't go a full 360 and never find the opening. Because that would just be pretty unfortunate. I mean, if nothing else, we are revealing more of the map, and it looks like we cannot go any further this direction. Oh boy. And I inadvertently threw myself further down, which is not what I wanted to do. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, because now I'm quite a bit of distance away from where I was. Just hope we can get ourselves back up there. Well, it looks like we have found a path we can use. So we're gonna have to make use of it. But yeah, it looks like this bridge could be our way to get up there. Let's just hope it is indeed true. Because yeah, so far, as it stands, access points will be few and far between from what I can tell. Because yeah, all we're doing right now is just running along the sheer face. Oh, are the clouds breaking up a bit? Are we actually going to get to see sun here in the Western Highlands? Wow. That does not happen often, but I am grateful. It looks like we finally found the path that can get us back up top. There we go. Much better. Now, let's see if we can't find access to this anvil before this still warm bundle suddenly freezes out. Okay, yeah, it looks like the path is over this way. And I didn't even notice it initially, but I think I'm good with it now. Well, it was worth it to just reveal more of the map and get myself more acquainted with the area. I can't really complain about that too much. So, onward, over to the anvil, to mate with Lady Isaldur. What's that? A package? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Well, we did find this, so... Confound it! That fool of a... What a waste. What's wrong? It was a gift, adventurer. Tiamon labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try and eat better. why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A highborn knight cannot be seen favoring a lowborn mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern as well as your willingness to assist Tiamon. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Safe and swift, yeah. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwall. Alright. Well, actually, we can just use what we've got to warp to Falcon's Nest. Yeah, just like Kira Leone is doing. I almost feel at peace here at Falcon's Nest, given what the discovery we made. Alright, so let's go ahead and speak with Sir Redwall to complete the challenge. And then we'll call it a day because we're coming up on 30 minutes. Alright, here you are, Sir Redwall. I must applaud your initiative, Master Griffin. Roth tells me you have been quite busy. Alas, we have not time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I will commit all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Autoriel included. I believe I can accommodate you, so with that, let's go ahead and take some dragoon garments. And with that, we will go ahead and proceed to bring today's recordings to a close. Yeah, we're very fortunate to have gotten ourselves started on this journey, but of course, there is more to do. Before I go, though, something I want to show off that I have not yet done, because obviously this was accomplished with Mathia and not Edie. I want to take you to the house that Mathia has, because this is not something I have yet shown you guys. So, to get there, we are warping to the Lavender Beds in the Black Shroud. And we're just going to take an opportunity to just give you a quick tour before we call it a day here, and then we'll return to Falcon's Nest another time. Alright, well that's information I don't necessarily need, but yeah. My house is actually quite nice. The lot that I have here is surrounded by cherry trees, or sakura, as, well, some of you may know. And I have been... This front yard is actually a place for me to pretty much show off all the items that I've obtained through various seasonal events. Some of them you've seen through Edie back in Realm Reborn, including these two Valentine's Day cauldrons, one for Mathia and one for who he has taken the ceremony of eternal bonding with, and also a snowman from the Christmas seasonal event. We also have a bamboo plant here from a New Year's event. In fact, I should probably just dress casually for this one, because there's no real reason to be in battle attire for showing you around my house. But yeah, I'm still not completely done with everything. There are still some things I want to do, like I've got a dining room set up with a mender who can take care of my needs and my equipment when I need it, a nice big cabinet with some books to read. I also have a beautiful little fountain, too, that I really enjoy very much. I also have a wine cabinet that doesn't have much in terms of wine right now, but you can see some bottles available. I should fill this thing up so it looks a little more impressive, though. And as you can see, I also have, like, this wallpaper that is 6 months outdated, but I like snow. Winter is my favorite season, so once I got this winter-style wallpaper, I decided to just leave it up. And then down in the basements is where we get to see some of the other stuff I've obtained, including this cake that I also got through my ceremony of eternal bonding, plus also some artwork, as well as the banners of the 3 grand companies of Eorzea, whom we haven't had an opportunity to meet with yet within the storyline, but I hope that in time, eventually, we will get that opportunity. Plus a little meeting place for people to sit down, eat cake, drink wine, that sort of thing. There's even a hot tub that we can use. Another bookshelf. As you can see, yeah, I have a Japanese-style sliding screen available for me, as well as some various other furniture. Also have, yeah, let's zoom in here. pictures of the 3 leaders of the Eosian Alliance, as well as the late Sultana Nanamo Namo. We've been fortunate enough to have a picture of Inspector Hildebrand, as well as Nashu Makaraka together. Though I think it's strange that their picture is small compared to the 3 pictures of the leaders of Eorzea. And whenever I want to, I have a warm fireplace that I can just use whenever I want to go ahead and kick it up and just go to bed. So, yeah, I think this is a nice, comfortable spot for me to just sit down and take a breather because, yeah, I've been recording non-stop now for over 2.5 hours, and so, yeah, I think Mathia will just kick back and relax for a little while, and then we will return to the Western Highlands next time. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. And when I join you again, we will turn to the Western Highlands to see what else is needed of us as we continue to help out the people in Falcon's Nests. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew with Novora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.